All right, guys. Results are in for the first round B. The second set of matchups, we had Tangled versus Big Hero 6. Tangled took down Big Hero 6 easily, 72-18. Next, you had Frozen and Moana, which was a little bit closer, but Frozen took it 55-35. Still #1 movie in a lot of girls' hearts. The biggest matchup that actually came down, the closest numbers, is only separated by 4 different votes. Like I said, your vote counts. Cars 2 took down Coco 47-43. I know we're going to have a lot of broken hearts over that one. And in the last one, winner by a landslide, Toy Story 3 over Good Dinosaur 72-18. We all saw that one coming. Keep voting. Check out today's video and get ready to vote today starting at 2 o'clock. See you guys.
What's up, everybody? This is Ryan.
What's up, Scott?
This is round 1C.
1C, yeah.
Of our movie challenge. You want to tell them what we got up?
Yeah, we've got, first matchup is Aladdin versus Hercules. We've got, also the next one, we got Little Mermaid versus Pocahontas. That's on our Disney side of the bracket. On the Pixar side, we got Ratatouille versus A Bug's Life. And we have Finding Nemo versus Inside Out. We got some oldies but goodies here in this, in this bracket. So first we're going to take a look at Aladdin versus Hercules. And for those of you who watching Disney Plus, you can see that the new Aladdin just came out. The
shout out to Will Smith.
Shout out to Will Smith, exactly. Now, Ryan, you grew up with Aladdin, right? Tell me how you felt about that when you grew up as a kid.
This was the movie. This and Rescuers Down Under were the movies that I watched on repeat as a kid. I remember eating a steak-um every Saturday, or some hot dogs without the buns.
Whatever happened to steak-ums?
Whatever happened to
Those are the greatest.
This is the question. These are the questions.
See, my parents would grill up some onions with the steak-ums. Oh, so good.
See, I just had steak on a piece of bread. But anyways, but just eating these, watching these movies on repeat, they were the classics that I grew up on.
Now, Aladdin came out in '92. I was 10 years old. So I was the perfect age, the target audience that they were looking for. And let me tell you, they knocked this one out of the park. The genie, Robin Williams, was a genius. They could not have picked a better genie, although Will Smith did okay, but Robin Williams was the OG. And I remember growing up, they had the animated series along with it.
Yeah.
Which was just as good as the movie. So kept that train rolling for a while. And, you know, who doesn't like to ride on a flying carpet? I mean, come on.
Do you remember the old live-action movie with Sinbad where he's the genie for that one kid?
Oh,
and the kid wishes for pancakes?
Yeah, that was so bad, though.
Yeah, it was really bad. That's way better. But anyways, it's the inside track.
Didn't Shaq do one as a genie, too?
Was that Shaq or Sinbad?
I could have been both.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're not in the bracket. All right. So the other movie is Hercules. And so I was 7 when this comes out. So my Hercules is probably kind of like your Aladdin. It's a heartbreaking love story where you have Herc, who's become a human, but he was son of Zeus, and he's raised by just this regular, ordinary day farmer, but then he always realizes in his heart that he should be a true hero, that he could become a hero.
Do you feel like that too, Ryan?
Sometimes.
Do you feel like you could be a hero?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes I feel like I can go the distance, which is a great song. And Hercules, just like a little plug.
I did
that was really good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of that movie. It's him going up against Hades. Him and Demi DeVito, my boy. Gosh, what's his name?
Who's Phil?
Phil. Phil trains him to be a hero because he trained Achilles. Has a lot of cool mythology and stuff. So as I got older in history, you learned about these different characters. Just a really cool backstory.
Here's what I remember most about Hercules. It was one of the most heartbreaking love stories. Because you have this girl who falls in love with Hercules, and you can just see it's going to be a train wreck because Hades is using her like a little puppet. Mm-hmm. And she ends up breaking his heart in the end. The way that Hercules became his godlike figure that he was supposed to regain his godhood back and to build on Mount Olympus with his parents, is he actually gave his life to be able to save her.
So you were 15 when this came out, right?
What's that?
You were 15 when
I
this
was
came
15,
out?
so as a high schooler.
Teenage angst, love stories?
Well, I think more
Betrayal.
as an adult. I see this more as an adult.
Oh, okay.
I didn't see that as a teenager.
Yeah. All right.
But who do you got edging in this matchup?
So I'll be honest. This comes down to principle. The Highbacks. You guys voted for Tarzan on principle. You got crushed because of principles. I have no principles. I love Hercules. I voted for Aladdin because
oh my goodness.
I just sold myself out. I'm cool with it. I just want to win.
It's Aladdin all the way. Sorry,
yeah.
Hercules fans.
It is Aladdin, even though I like Hercules more.
Principles. All right, so our second matchup, we got Little Mermaid versus Pocahontas. Little Mermaid is the movie that kicked off the modern Disney classics for my generation.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it came out in '89, and then from that, you had Lion King, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. You had all these big hits that came.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, Little Mermaid, I think, kicked off also, like, the soundtracks. The great songs that you hear, like Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl. They had so many good songs out of this, and I feel like that led Disney to where we are today.
Yeah, for sure. Pocahontas was the movie that annoyed me as a kid. It's a good movie, but I just remember every girl in my neighborhood. I grew up in Newport News, and every girl had gone to Jamestown on a field trip at that point, and they came back thinking they were related to Pocahontas. And I was the kid who I've always been a critical thinker and a realist, being like, no, you weren't related.
Hopefully none of them try to take a raccoon home to be a pet, because that'd have been a disaster.
Yeah.
But here's the thing I don't like about Pocahontas, is it is so inaccurate historically.
Yeah.
I mean, John Smith and Pocahontas, they were never a thing. They were never a love interest.
Where's the waterfall in Jamestown? Can't find it.
No joke.
Can't
There's no
find
waterfalls. That's right.
Geographically inaccurate.
But it was a good movie. I feel like the animation was fantastic in that movie. But let's be honest, Little Mermaid, every girl wanted to be a mermaid after watching that.
Yeah.
Just like all the mermaids wanted to have legs and walk on land, all the girls that I grew up with wanted to be mermaids. And they still sell mermaid tails. There's still people trying to swim around with mermaid tails in pools right now. It's crazy.
It's facts.
And Little Mermaid had movie after movie after movie. It had an animated series. Pocahontas didn't really get that. I mean, it did well in the box office, but it never really had the following.
Didn't get
Little Mermaid did. So I have a feeling this one might be another landslide. Little Mermaid. I mean, let's be honest. Sebastian, you know that little crab. Can you name another character from other than the little raccoon? You don't even know the name.
John
of the
Smith,
raccoon.
Bro.
Yeah, but that's from history.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it.
That's it.
I mean, you got Sebastian.
Yeah, dude.
Come on.
Flounder.
See? You can't name anything.
Can't
All right.
do it.
So, looking at the Pixar side of things, we got Ratatouille versus A Bug Life. I will tell you, Ratatouille is one of my favorite animated movies. I'm a big food guy.
Yeah.
And you got this rat who is all about the food. He likes good eating. He likes cooking. And I'll tell you, one of the grossest, but like train wreck of a scene that you ever watch, and it's scary. Those of you guys that don't like little rats, is when they're at the house at the beginning. They wake up this old, just crazy lady with a little shotgun chasing the little rats and shooting. And she ends up shooting down the ceiling. The ceiling falls out, and it's the worst nightmare of anybody. Thousands of rats fell down and just scattered everywhere. I remember my wife cringing when the rats fell out of the ceiling. It was animated, and it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Don't want to find those anymore, right?
Yeah.
But Ratatouille, you get this little rat who ends up finding his way to France, and he wants to be a chef. His dream is to be this big chef, and so he finds out that he can sit on the head of this little guy and use his little hair.
Yeah, he has like animatronic.
Yeah, animatronic, and he's making the guy's arms move. I mean, listen, everybody needs a robot like that, but he's got a real life guy. And this rat, who's the dirtiest of all the animals, most people agree, is controlling this guy, creating great things in the kitchen. Big fan of Ratatouille.
It's pretty sweet. I was a big fan of Bug's Life when I was younger. So, if you guys don't know, this movie follows this ant named Flick, who's in this colony, and he just doesn't fit in. He's a worker ant. He's supposed to do exactly what the queen, go to the colony, but he goes off. He gets kicked out for all of his inventions and stuff. Goes off, and he goes to this tavern type place, and he's there, and this bug looks at him and goes, "Water the pulpul platter!" And it goes on from there. He meets up with this carnival group, and they end up coming back to his colony to fight off these grasshoppers, except they didn't go to fight off the grasshoppers. But everybody sees these tall animals, this tall big beetle guy, this tall cricket dude, all these different dudes, like, oh, you're fighters, you're going to help fight off the grasshoppers for us.
Little did they know,
just a carnival group.
Bunch
Yeah.
of circus actors.
Bunch of circus actors. So, but I dug that movie. There was a lot of toys that came out in the 90s because of that movie.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So.
And I feel like there's a lot of children's books that were written from the Bug's life as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that one right there is going to be tough. I mean, Ratatouille was a good book, or a good movie. I think that was a little bit more of a niche movie. You have a certain people who like that one. Bug's Life, definitely a little bit earlier than that. Probably had more of that slapstick comedy that you're used to for some of the Pixar movies. But I don't know. That one's kind of a toss-up. Where are you guys leaning? Where you were leaning for that?
Man, it's tough. It's tough. I'm not gonna share my opinions.
He likes the Bug's Life.
Yeah. I don't know. Principles, right, Jeff?
Principles. And our last one is Finding Nemo versus Inside Out. And I'll tell you, Finding Nemo came out in 2003. I had my first son in 2005. So this movie was out on DVD when my kids were super young, and I will tell you, it got played over and over and over and over and over. And then, as a 5th grade teacher, we studied oceans. We went on a field trip to Virginia Beach Aquarium every year for 10 years. We watched this movie on the bus going down to the field trip. So we quoted this in the classroom, and I will tell you.
Oh, did you guys see that song? Did you hear that song?
Oh yeah, we know it. We know it. But I will tell you, like from a teacher's standpoint, scientifically speaking, it showed everything pretty accurate.
So
as far
unlike
as
Pocahontas.
Very unlike Pocahontas. Yeah. But Finding Nemo, I still have nightmares of going to the dentist and having this little Darla come in with these teeth, shaking the fish. Come on, man. Can't do that. But no, Finding Nemo is probably one of my favorites. And Dory is probably one of the most beloved characters who can't remember anything. Her memory's just shot.
So beloved that next movie's about her.
Yeah, it was so beloved. Yeah. And when kids can't pronounce things, I always go, anemone. That's good. All right, so what do you think about Inside Out? That was a more recent movie.
Yeah, one of these deeper movies, more introspective, about a girl who moves and her life kind of gets turned upside down. And her brain just goes crazy. That's what happens when you get older.
All right, my mind, when you said just got turned upside down, went straight to Will Smith in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, she's dealing with all these new emotions from the move and her dad. Things are like they used to be. She played hockey in that movie, right?
I believe so.
She couldn't play hockey anymore. Just everything that she loved, that she held on to, went away. And just all of her emotions that she was dealing with. But Joy tries to keep it all together.
So that's the fun part, is inside her mind she had this control center where she had all these emotions. She had joy, fear, anger, disgust, sadness. And so you got to see the inner workings of her mind. And I know that some of the kids, I know my personal kid loved it when the anger went off and the hot head flames went flying out of
that was
the head.
pretty cool.
I mean, that was pretty sweet. So chaos ensues as emotions just go haywire there, and then Joy tries to keep it all together.
I really liked, what was the name of the imaginary friend?
I can't remember.
I don't know. But when he died in that movie and passed away, do you remember that?
I do.
Where he disappeared?
Did you cry a
That
little bit
crushed me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think that movie was hard to watch.
That movie was really hard to watch.
You got this girl
It
who's
touched some
moving,
really
who's having a
deep
rough time.
concepts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Inside Out, newer movie, definitely a little bit deeper. Finding Nemo, I feel like is a classic to the Gen Z crew that are growing up right now with the movies. I would even say maybe millennial, but
I was like 13. I would have been 15 by the time it came out on DVD.
okay.
So,
but I think Finding Nemo for me, is gonna make it easily to the second round.
yeah.
Who is gonna face Ratatouille, Bug's Life? Have no idea.
Yeah.
But
Probably Ratatouille.
you guys want to have an influence on how these movies play out, you got to get on and vote.
You got to get on and vote. Get your friends to vote.
Get your friends to vote. Everybody gets a vote. Come on out and vote.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see who wins.
Cool beans. See y'all.
Later.